Hey guys, it's Wrestling Dork here, and welcome to my reactions to WWE King and Queen of the Ring 2024. Now I know I'm a week late, which is a long time, but I've been slacking. Yeah, I'm gonna give my very late reactions to the pay-per-view and what happened. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first match is the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Now this was on the kickoff show, I believe, and it was pretty solid. It was a pretty good match, and yeah, it was basically a basic tag match, like hot tag to Jade. Gotta get the hot tag, and then to finish the match, they did this like cool tag team finisher. I don't know what it was, but it looked really cool. It was a nice move in that end of the match, and yeah, it was a pretty solid tag match. It was like a normal tag match, like it was pretty good, and they keep the titles, which I predicted right, and yeah, I hope they just keep defending them because they're making those women tag titles look really good because they used to not really look great. And then the opening match, Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch. Now, this match was the only match I got my prediction wrong. And this match was pretty solid at the beginning. It was like a normal match. Like it was normal, how a normal match would be. And then all of a sudden, Becky Lynch had her finish on, I think it was the disarmer. And then Dom came out. Like Dom, I'm like, okay, I didn't expect that. I thought it was just gonna be a one-on-one match. Dom comes out. I'm like, right as I saw it, I'm like, oh no, Liv's winning. I do it. I'm like, right as he came out, Liv's winning. And he threw the chair to Becky, and then Becky didn't want to use the chair because she's a good person, and then Liv Morgan used the chair, DDT'd her on the chair, did her finish. 1, 2, 3. Liv's the new champ. Surprising to me because I didn't think, you know, Liv was going to win that because, I mean, Becky just won the title like 30 days ago. So I'm like, she's probably going to keep it for a little while, but I guess not. And I like the move. Like I said in my predictions, I would be okay with them pulling the trigger, and I think they should. So, I mean, I'm glad they did because it was a good time for Liv to win the title, and it advanced the story between Dom and Liv. And then I'm going to say Raw has already happened, and I already seen Liv just kissing Dom. I've already seen that. I can tell where they're taking this story, but Liv's trying to take everything from Rhea, and our first stop is the Women's World Championship. Alright, the Intercontinental Championship match, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, and Bronson Reed in a triple threat match. And honestly, this is my favorite match of the night. Honestly, this match was awesome. This was a good match. I thought they had some good spots in there. It made me like Bronson Reed because this match was great. I'm not big into Bronson Reed, but he made me like him after that match because that was a great match. And there was another spot, I think, where they did like went under Sammy, powerbombed him while Chad Gable was getting superplexed. That was nice. And then, oh yeah, Sammy picked up Bronson for a Blue Thunder Bomb. A big part of the match was Chad had a plan with Otis. Otis was ringside. The plan was for Otis to take everybody out, take out Bronson. And when it came to Sammy, he didn't want to do it. He's like, Chad tried to convince him to do it. Then every time he wouldn't do it. And then after finally getting slapped and pushed by Chad, decided to do it, but it was too late. Hit Chad Gable, and that allowed Sami Zayn to hit the Hula Kick on Bronson and get the win. And I love the story they're telling with Alpha Academy. And also, I mean, the Raw after that, I think Otis got like hit by a belt. Something was going to get hit by a belt, and Maxine stopped it. I love the story they're telling with that. And the match was great. The story was great. Everything was great. Sammy's entrance was great too. So that was definitely my favorite match of the night. Nia Jax versus Lyra Valkyria for the Queen of the Ring. Alright, so I don't know much about Lyra. I said that in my predictions. I don't know much about her, but I know she's Irish. That's literally all I know. This was basically my first time seeing her wrestle. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be my first impression. And it was alright. It was an alright, kind of like basic match. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was fine. It was a fine match. I think Nia was beating her up really bad at the beginning, and then she started making a comeback, doing some like high-flying moves. Then finally she's making the comeback, and you think she's gonna like power bomb her off the middle rope. Nia does her finisher. The Annihilator just squashes her. That is probably the most definitive 3 count I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, she's dead. She's dead. I'm like, I know. She's not kicking out of that. No way. That was a great finish. Like, it was a okay match, just like average match. And then all of a sudden, just that finish was great. And Nia Jax winning. I think Nia Jax deserves it because she's actually had a decent run. and not injuring people. Even though she might have injured Lyra. Because I don't know how she would be injured after that. She died. All right, Gunther versus Randy Orton. This is a dream match. This was a dream match, and I was excited to see it. This was the match I was most excited for. Not even Logan Paul or Cody Rhodes. This was the match I was really excited for. And it was pretty good. It was a good, slow match. Like, it was slow, but, like, they built up to it. It was good. Orton took a couple chops from Gunther, and those... That's, like, his first time taking those chops. Jeez, those look like they hurt. Overall, I think it was maybe the second longest, but it was really good. And the finish, all I remember is Gunther countered into a roll-up, and Randy Orton's shoulders were... One of his shoulders were up, and he still counted the 3, and Gunther won. So, I mean, that was debated, I guess, after the show. But Gunther still wins, and I believe he was the perfect fit for King of the Ring. He should be the King of the Ring. And fits him perfectly, and he's getting a world title match at SummerSlam, which I'm excited for. I want him to win that world title. I'm not gonna lie. All right, the main event. Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul for only the undisputed WWE Championship. And this match was good. It was great, actually. Logan Paul matches, they're always good. Like, I don't expect a bad match from him. They're always good matches. Like, he always has good matches. That's the thing with him. Like, he's good. He's a good wrestler because he hasn't really had a bad match. Maybe he's had, like, one, like, okay match, but he's had good matches. Like, this is a good match. They did a bunch of spots and stuff. Logan Paul said, I guess he wasn't going to use the brass knuckles, but in the middle of the match, he got brass knuckles and punched Cody Rhodes in the stomach with it. And then him and Michael Cole almost fought because Michael Cole was angry that he used the brass knuckles, and they almost fought each other. Yeah, then Logan Paul did his frog splash through the announce table. He's done that a couple times, but the camera angle is really cool. It was like a drone or something. That looked really cool. Then I remember another spot in the match where Cody did a vertebreaker, which is crazy because I think that's a banned move. That was a banned move, but he did it. He tried it first, and I'm like, is this a vertebreaker? And he didn't do it, so I'm like, oh, maybe they're just teasing it. But then he actually did it a second time. I'm like, geesh. Bringing back banned moves. Vince is just screaming in his prison cell right now. Oh, he tried to cheat again at this is the end of the match. He tried to cheat again, and then I don't know, the Saudi guy, I don't know, the guy in Saudi who's famous or something, he pulled him out and stopped him from cheating. Then Cody Rhodes hits his finisher. 1, 2, 3, Cody wins and retains his title. Honestly, I don't like the finish that much because the person that pulls him out, I don't care about him. I like the finish, but I just don't like who pulled him out because who cares? Who cares about that guy? Even Logan Paul said, who are you? Who is this guy? But it was a very good match. And overall, King and the Queen of the Ring was a good pay-per-view. It was a very good pay-per-view. And it was an important pay-per-view, I feel. Honestly, it was pretty important because King and Queen of the Ring decided title matches at SummerSlam. Liv wins the world title. And of important things happening at this pay-per-view. So, and also the matches were really good. So, it was a very good pay-per-view. Very, very good. And yeah, those are my reactions to King and Queen of the Ring. Let me know your opinion on the pay-per-view. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye.